Hello again everyone, welcome to Keep Calm and Game. Thank you once again for joining me. I'm Cap and this is going to be another Guns of Glory video, little tip, hint. So after the video that I did a couple of weeks ago about ghost rallies, I had a couple of questions about hiding troops or protecting troops, particularly for anybody who's quite new to the game or you've got a relatively new castle. Or if you just don't have any gold, this is going to be the video for you to show you, especially with the Kingdom Raid that's just started now. This is going to show you how you can hide your troops other than a bubble or a shield. So as you can see, we've got our castle here, so with no bubble. So the Kingdom Raid has started. If you've never done Kingdom Raid before, that's where you can go to other kingdoms and you can raid and fight for resources. So for example, let's have a little look, see if there's, so you can see these are the kingdoms that we're up against, and there's probably somebody raiding now. There you go. So this is one of our alliance members and they're out raiding another kingdom at the moment, so it's really good fun. Probably I would say it's a lot of people's favourite event. So how do you protect yourself if you don't have the gold to spend on a shield? Obviously we all know by now, I would imagine that you probably know, that you can go to the buffs and you click on Peace Shield, and if you've got some you can use them, or you can buy a Peace Shield. But if you don't have any of these, what do you do? Well, that's where this video comes in. So I will be doing a video about the benefits of being in an alliance. I think most people probably would be in an alliance anyway. So let's assume that you are. I'll go through what you can do if you're not. But at the moment, the majority of people I think are. So the number one place is the alliance mine. So you can see that we've got some troops in there already. So that would be my number one place, because that way if anybody was to attack you, so the whole idea of this is that you don't have any troops at home when you're attacked. That way you can't lose any. So I'll just recall those guys. So if we go in here, you can see now that those troops are back, they're here. So if we send them out, and you can see I've got another one there, I'll recall that. So we're going to send that to the mine to gather a full march, as many men as we can to the silver mine. And now when we go in, we've still got a couple of troops left. So what we can do with those is, you can see these guys coming back here from this castle here. So we can send them to somebody who has got a shield already. So the alliance mine is one place that you can send them, and then other alliance members who have a shield, you can reinforce them. That also protects your troops. Now when I go into the castle, you can see it's empty. If we want to be doubly sure, we can check. So here, this number here is how many troops you've got at home. This is your total number of troops. That's how many you've got at home. So you can see 0 now. So now if we get attacked, the only thing we can possibly lose is the resources. And you can see that there's not many resources that we've got here, so we're okay with that. And there's no troops. So if somebody was to attack now, they're really not going to get anything out of us. So those are kind of your top two. Now they're the ways to hide your troops if you're not going to be online. If you are going to be online, you can use the ghost rallies, which if you don't know what a ghost rally is, then check out the video from a couple of weeks ago, and then you'll be able to see that, and you'll be able to see how ghost rallies work. Ghost rallies are particularly good if you're attacking, to hide your troops that way. But here we're really focusing on defending, and we're focusing on if you're not going to be online. So you can see here now the timer has started for the mine. So because this is a relatively small castle, and I've got a relatively small amount of troops there, then they're going to be in the mine for nearly 9 hours. Now obviously after that time, those troops are going to come back to the castle. So obviously it's important that you either recall them partway through and then send them again, so the process starts all over again, just to make sure of that. Obviously the bigger the march, the capacity that you've got, the more people that you've got in the mine, then the longer that time will be. So as you progress up and your march capacity gets bigger and you can send more troops, then you can go right up to even 24 hours and above. So a couple of different ways there that you can protect your troops. So what do you do if you're not in an alliance? Well, what I would do, if you're not in an alliance, you don't have the capacity to reinforce your allies because you don't have any, and you don't have a building that you can put your troops into either. So your best bet then is to try and shield. If you don't have that option, I would random port somewhere. So I would click on the random port, I would random port to somewhere else in the map. Ideally, I would say that you don't want to be around the centre somewhere because you're likely to be found there. But if you were out in the middle of nowhere, say, I don't know, here, the chances of you being found, I mean, it's not a dead cert that you're not going to be found, but it makes it a lot more difficult. People have to get a little bit lucky if they're going to find you out in the middle of nowhere. What I would then do, once you've done that and you've ported to the middle of nowhere, I would then go quite far away from your castle, probably here, and I would send 4 marches out to the tiles. Now, something you do need to be careful of is your tiles can still be attacked during the Kingdom Raid. So it isn't as safe as if you were in an alliance, but I would say that being out in the middle of nowhere and then having your troops out of your castle is still going to be better than being in the centre of the map somewhere, or being in the centre of the map somewhere, sorry. Oh, knocking things over and I can't talk properly. So it's better than not being in the centre of the map and having your troops at home. I hope that that's been helpful, and hopefully it will save you some troops. If this has been helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button. Feel free to leave any comments below, and as always, stay safe. I've been Cap, and thank you for watching.